Vijesti iz turizma.
Brinje. In the middle of the town of Brinje, there are the remains of the old city of Sokolac, consisting of a castle and a chapel that belonged to the Croatian noblemen and princes of the family Zrinski Frankopan. The chapel of the Holy Trinity was built at the beginning of the 15th century in Gothic style, and when it was built, it rivaled the best chapels built in Central Europe. The Frankopan princes left their mark through Croatian history by building many castles, fortifications, and towns throughout Croatia. The town of Brinje claims to have the best air quality in Croatia. The mighty mountain of Capella in the vicinity of the town probably contributes to this. Senj. Traveling the old road Josefina from Karlobag to Senj, one must still pass through Zavratnica. The road leads through Majoria, where a traveler cannot but stop at a royal water well, above which there is a chapel and behind it the final resting place of the man who built the road, Kajetan Knežić. The old city of Senj has a long history from Roman times, if not longer. The city has been throughout Croatian history a place of learning and culture and a defender of Croatian patriotism. It's a proud city of Croatian poets and writers, just to name a few: Pavle Riter Vitezović, Silvije Strahimir Krajnčević, Vjenceslav Novak, and Milutin Cihlar Nehajev. The city was a commercial and cultural center of the North Adriatic region. It had one of the early printing presses where many church books were produced using the old Croatian Glagolithic letters, for which the special privilege was given to the church in Croatia by Pope Innocent III as far back as 1248. Many have forgotten that Senj was the largest Croatian port until the end of the 19th century, when the railway line to Rijeka was completed. Senj is today more orientated towards tourism, but not only coastal, also continental. The Nehaj Castle is first class and the best preserved architectural monument of medieval history in Croatia. It was built by General Lenković in 1553 in the defense from two enemies, the Turks from the inland and the Venetians from the sea. The bronze cannons still in place attract many visitors. From the top of the castle, a magnificent view of the city and the sea beyond spreads out. The city holds annual festivals of traditional klapa singing groups. There are also two carnivals held every year, one in the summer and one in the winter. The road from Lika towards the Adriatic Sea leads over the Velebit mountain. At the top of Velebit there is a monument called Kubus, which was erected on orders from the Austrian Emperor Ferdinand as a remembrance of his passage through the area. The monument consists of a stone cube supported on stone spheres. Emperor Ferdinand was probably struck by the unforgettable views of the sea and the lace of islands below against the mighty mountain background. The town of Karlobag, originally called Bag, changed its name in the honor of Archduke Carlo in 1580. It is an ancient coastal place from which all roads since the Roman times have led inland over Velebit. From Senj all the way to the town of Karlobag, squeezed between the mighty Velebit Mountains and the sea, stretches the region called Podgorje. Small settlements consisting of only a few houses are crouched in the lee away from the high wind called the Bura, which originates from the Velebit mountain. Zavratnica. In the vicinity of the town of Jablanac, you can find hidden away Zavratnica. Zavratnica is a valley vertically cut into the Velebit cliffs and totally submerged under the sea. It's not a fjord, as some say, because nature created fjords in a somewhat different way. At the bottom of Zavratnica lie the remains of sunken ships and supposedly the algae-covered remains of an aircraft from World War II. We'll leave the rest in the depths of Zavratnica for the curious divers to explore. A legend tells of 3 Roman towns whose fate was such that all 3 sunk into the sea and were covered over by the sea, and that is how Zavratnica was created. A legend is only a legend, though 13 centuries old.
To je bilo sve za danas. Pozdravlja vas vaša ekipa internet televizije TV Loki.